Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let me do something and see if I could hear me again. Can y'all hear me now still?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, good. So can you still hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, good. All right, so I think the recording has already started. Has it? Yeah. Okay, so greetings one and all, and welcome to day number what? Day number 4, week 7, spring 2024 of our journey together, and it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you inside of today's class. Again, this is week 7, day number 4, spring 2024, and it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's class. Okay, that's Myla. Myla, that's you who spoke? Who spoke inside the chat? That's you, Myla? Okay, I understand. All right, so let's begin today. The topic, well, today is the 22nd of February. So 22nd of February, 2024. Okay, 2024. Our subject is, of course, anyone can guess. Our subject is definitely mathematics. We'll be doing mathematics for the first 2 hours, and then we're gonna move on to social studies and then religious studies to end the evening off with a bang. All right. So good. So the topic is we're gonna complete our series on linear equations. That's what we're gonna do, complete that. Is not okay, Naya. Naya, where's Naya?
Yes, sir.
I need you to do mensuration part 2.
Yes, sir.
It's on my channel.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're gonna do something. I don't know if it's we're gonna do a different type of problem. Even though we've been doing linear equation word problems all week, but I don't think we've done in this series, we haven't done like a diagram question. So we looked at ages, that was good. We looked at thinking of a number, guessing a number and stuff like that, and that was fine. Now we're gonna be looking at another type of question. Okay, and that type of question is going to be basically looking at a diagram. From that diagram, we're going to construct a linear equation, and we're going to solve that linear equation to find, basically the distance around that figure, right? So this is going to be example number 1. We're going to start off with that, all right? So something different to end this week of linear equations, which I believe that most of you, if not all of you, have a strong understanding of it, especially since we've hit it very hard, extremely hard over the course of this week. So we need to draw an image. So let me draw it first. So that means that you're gonna need a ruler and a pencil to draw it. I'm gonna draw it step by step. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So let me get this. This side looks like this. Let me thicken it. All right, that's that side. And then the next side looks like this. Let me keep this like this, like so. Good. Maybe I should extend this a bit more. There we go. And then this side, the other side looks like this. Good. And then we're gonna connect them like so. Okay, good. What type of shape do we call this? Shape that looks like this. What type of shape is that?
A trapezoid.
A trapezoid? A
Yeah.
trapezoid? Someone said a trapezoid? Yes, you're absolutely correct.
I agree with that.
Trapezium or a trapezoid, right? Okay, so now let's label the different sides of this trapezium or this trapezoid. We're gonna say, we're gonna call the side x plus 6. So we're gonna call the side x plus 6. We're gonna call the next side x minus 2. Okay. We're gonna call the top part x, and the bottom part we're gonna call, say, 2x. Okay. Where's Daniel? Where's Daniel? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
What you need to do is, because I haven't seen you send me anything that you have done. So where are the notes from yesterday?
I don't know yesterday. I was just watching a video.
But you can't just watch the video. You have to take the notes based on the video. Because right now I have no evidence that you've been watching the videos, only your word. And so you need to take the notes based off the video. And then you can't leave class if you ain't send me something, because I don't know what you're watching. Now you say you're watching the videos, but I have no evidence of that. So you need to write the notes based on the video. All right. The diagram, and before you leave, Daniel, you have to send the notes. So the first one, it says that the diagram below, well, above, not below anymore, diagram above, let me just say the diagram, because this above and below thing shows Mr. Jones, tomato field. So let me put this to the side, and let me decrease this so we can see it properly. The diagram shows Mr. Jones tomato field. Question number 1A. Write down an expression. Write down an expression for the distance around the field. Now, when we say the distance around the field, what's another word that we could use for the distance around the field? What's that word?
Area.
Nope.
Perimeter.
Someone said it. What's what we call the distance around, or distance around an object?
Perimeter.
The perimeter. Very good. The perimeter. So the diagram shows Mr. Jones tomato field. Write an expression for the distance around the field. All right, the distance around the field. Okay, good. So this side is x length. The next side is x minus 2. The next side is 2x. The next side is x plus 6. If we're trying to write an expression for the distance around the field, what would it be? What would be our answer? Anyone have any answers? Want to try? I want an expression for the distance around the field.
2x plus x.
2x plus x, and that's it? Anyone else want to try? I want an expression for the distance around the field.
2x plus x equals x minus 2.
Say it again.
I was saying 2x plus x.
Let me put this on this side instead. Say it again.
I was saying you could do 2x plus x equals x minus 2 equals x plus 6.
Remember, we dealing with an expression, so no equal signs. So how are we gonna do? We want an expression for the distance around the field. The distance around the field.
And you could, instead of putting equals, you could put plus signs.
Okay, so we're gonna say
2x plus x plus x minus 2
mhm,
plus x plus x plus 6.
very good. So if we want to write down an expression for the distance around the field, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add up all of the lengths, all of the side lengths, right? So we're gonna say x plus 6 plus 2x plus x minus 2, right? So that's how we're gonna get that. So so it is x plus what? X plus 6, right? Plus what else?
2x.
Plus
Well,
what? 2x, plus what else? Plus
plus
x
x
minus plus x
2.
minus 2. Very good. Let me erase this. Okay, good. All right, good. So that's an expression for
Excuse me, Miss Petit.
go ahead.
So are we doing for A is like we just putting whatever x -2 and x positive 6 and
Mhm.
2x for
Yeah.
A?
Yeah, for A, we're just adding up the length of the sides. So it's going to be we have to add this side length, so that's gonna be x. So this one is x, right? And that's why we have x right there. Then we're gonna say x plus 6, right? So we gotta add this side length as well. And so that's why we have x plus 6 on this side. And then we're gonna add 2x. So this is gonna be 2x right here. And 2x is going to be right here. And then we're gonna add what? X minus 2. Very good, x minus 2. And x minus 2 is this particular length right there. So we have x plus 6, 2x, and x minus 2. And that's how we do it. They just want an expression. All right, and so that's gonna be our answer. So question, do y'all understand how we get it? Do y'all understand how we got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Our answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Mr. Petit,
yes, Reagan?
I still a little lost on this, like, because this is my first time doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, basically for the next, like, for question 8,
Mm-hmm.
it's a write down an expression for the distance around the field.
Mm-hmm.
So anything, like, you see how it says x minus 2,
Mm-hmm.
that would always come last, right?
So you just add up all of the sides. So this is the first one, that's the second one, that's the 2x, and that's the last one.
Does
Right.
it have to go like in any specific way?
No, I mean, you're adding, so, once you include all of the sides, right?
All right,
So you
thank you.
You said all right just now?
Yeah, my bad, sir. Yes, sir, thank you.
No problem. Okay, so question, do y'all understand how we got it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let's do another one. So we know that answer. So let's do the next one. So now the next question says that we want to it's gonna be part B. So the next part says, why doesn't this thing want to cooperate? Okay, good. But number 2. But not number 2, but part B. All right, so part B says that we want to simplify your answer in or from part A. So what do they want us to do in part B? They want us to do what?
Simplify.
They want us to simplify. Very good. So yeah, we have to simplify our answer. And yeah, so we have to do this very strategically. So we got to simplify it. So I need to show you all how to do it properly. Okay, so I think the best thing to do is add them up. So what do we have for question for part A? What do we have? We have x plus what? X plus what?
X plus
Plus 6.
X plus 6, very good. Plus what else?
2x
2x
2x,
plus x
Plus-
minus 2.
minus 2.
plus x minus what?
2.
Minus 2, very good. Okay, so they want us to simplify this, right? Remember, the coefficient, if we just have an x by itself, the coefficient of that x is what?
1.
1, very good. So the coefficient of x is always 1. So this is 1x right here. This is another 1x right here. Okay, and this is also 1x. So the coefficient of x is always 1. Okay, so my question is, what is 1x plus 1x? That's going to be what?
2x.
2x, very good. I understand that. So 1x plus 1x is 2x. So it's going to be equal to the. Good. And then what is 2x plus 1x?
3x.
How much is it going to be? 3x. Very good. Okay. And so we just gonna put the plus sign. So plus 6 there. Minus 2. Okay, so what did we do? All we did was we added the 1x plus the 1x, that gives us 2x. And then the 2x plus the 1x gives us what? 3x, right?
Yes, so
Good. Now, what we have to do at this point? Does anyone know what we have to do at this point?
combine all the numbers with x and the regular numbers.
Okay, close. What do we have to do next? Anyone else? Wanna try?
The 2x plus the 3x.
We need to what?
Add the 2x plus the 3x.
Add the 2x plus the 3x. It's a word I'm looking for.
Group the like term.
Group them.
Group the like terms. Very good.
Yeah.
Group the like terms. So, okay, what are the like terms? So we know that 2x combines with what? 2x,
3x.
right?
3x.
2x combines with 3x, so that's gonna be 2x plus what? Plus
3x.
3x. Good. Right? And then what else could we combine?
6 and 2.
Yeah,
6 and
very good.
minus.
6 combines with 2, so it's gonna be plus 6, right? Minus 2. Okay, that's gonna be equal to that. So what did we do? All we did was we combined the like terms. What does that mean? Well, that means that we say 2x and 3x go together because both of them have x's, right? And then 6 goes with 2 because both of them do not have x, like they're just regular numbers, all right? So the 2x go with the 3x, right? And then the 6 goes with the -2, okay? Now, what are we gonna do at this point? We know that 2x plus 3x is what?
5x.
5x.
5x, very good. Good. And 6 minus 2 is what?
4.
4, very good. So what's our answer? What's our answer?
5x plus 4.
5x.
5x plus 4.
5x plus 4.
5x plus 4. Very good. 5x plus 4. Good. All right. Let me explain it one more time. So in order to simplify this equation, what do? Well, we add 1x plus 1x, that gives us what? 2x. Then we add 2x plus 1x, which gives us what? 3x. Good. We bring everything back down. Then we say, okay, 6 minus 2, we combine it together. Then we say 2x plus 3x, we combine them together. So the x's go with each other, and then the regular numbers go with each other. Then we say 2x plus 3x, which gives us what? 5x, and then 6 minus 2, which gives us 4. And so the answer is 5x plus 4. All right. Question. Do you all understand how we got the answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, good. There's only a few persons. The rest of you, I'm not only talking to 10 persons, talking to the rest of you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's still some persons who's still not answering, and I don't want to call you out. Because if I call you out, you're not gonna like it. So let me try it again. How many persons understand how I got this?
I do.
I do.
Yes,
I
sir.
do.
I understand.
I do.
I understand.
All right, good. Good. So we got most persons understand it. So now that's a simplified answer, 5x plus 4. Now we need to add a third part to this. Third part to this. Let's see. Okay. All right, so we're gonna put part C here. It's gonna be interesting. I hope I could fit it. It's gonna be part C. Okay, so C says the following. The distance around the field is 124 meters. Write an equation. Write an equation. Write an equation to show this information. All right, good. The distance around the field is 124 meters. Write an equation to show this information. All right. Okay. Does anyone want to try? What an equation we could write to show this information? We know that the distance around the field is 124 meters. How can we write an equation to show this information? Anyone want to try?
5x plus
5x
4x
4 equals 124.
Say it again.
5x plus 4x equals to 124.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Excellent. 5x plus 4 equals to 124. Because they're saying that the distance around this field is 124. And we already know that the distance is 5x plus 4. So that means that 5x plus 4 is going to be equal to 124. So that's going to be the answer for that one. So let me put it there. So the answer for that one is 5x plus 4 equals to 124. Okay, good. All right, good. Any questions on that one before we move on? 5x plus 4 is equal
sir.
to 124.
sir.
No? Okay. Now the last part of this question. is we want to solve our equation, define x. So we're gonna, it's gonna be part D. So D says, go ahead. Go ahead. I can't. Say it again. C? Want me to explain C over? Okay. So he wants me to explain C over. Well, they say that the distance around the field is 124. So all we need to do is take our answer from B and set it equal to 124. That's all we need to do. So 5x plus 4 equals to 124. All right, and that's how we do it. That's all. Okay, where is Brene? Brene Russell. I think that's her name, Brene.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got the answer so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now let's do the last part. 5x plus 4 is equal to 24. So we have to solve that equation, right? How would we do it? How would we solve this equation?
Put 4 behind the 124.
Say it again.
Put the 4 behind the 124.
Very good. Put the 4 behind the 124. So basically we have to send it over, right? So send the 4 over the equal sign. So it's gonna be, let's send this over. Now it was a positive 4.
It become a
When we send it
negative.
over, it becomes a,
Negative.
it
Negative
becomes a
4.
negative
Negative.
4. Very good. So it's gonna be 124,
Take away 4.
124 minus what?
4.
Minus 4. Very good.
Bring down the 5x.
And we bring down the 5x.
5x.
Very good. Excellent. Now what do we do at this point?
You take away
You take away
124.
Multiply-
Take away
4
4.
by 4.
What do we do?
124. Take away 4.
124.
X equal 120. Then you divide it.
Say it again.
Take away 124 from 4,
Oh my God.
which is 120. Hello?
Try it again.
Subtract 124 and 4,
Oh,
which is
Uh-huh.
120.
Which gives us 120. Very good. So it's gonna be 5x is equal to what?
120.
Very good. Perfect.
All over 5.
So what we have to do at this point to find the value of x, we have to do what?
Divide
Oh.
both sides.
Divide both
By
sides.
5.
Divide both sides by
Both sides.
By 5.
5. Very good. Divide both sides by 5. Now, question. What's gonna happen to the 5 and the 5? What's gonna happen to them?
They are cancelled out.
Cancel out.
They're gonna do what? What's gonna happen to the 5 and the 5?
They cancel out.
Cancel out.
Very good. They cancel with each other. So this 5 cancel with that 5. And so we are left with x is equal to 120 divided by 5. And what is 120 divided by 5? It's gonna be what?
I got
24.
24.
You got?
24.
24. Very good. So x equals to 24. That's the value of x. Okay, then we're done. Okay, so let me repeat how we got our answer. So the first thing we do, we set 5x equal to 4. That gives us 124. Then we send the 4 over the equal sign. And so that means we have 124 minus 4. Okay. And then we say 124 minus 4 is going to be what? 120. Then we divide both top and bottom by 5, right? And so we say this 5 cancel with that 5, and 120 divided by 5, which is going to be 24. All right.
Excuse me, Ms. Petit.
Go ahead, Renee.
So when you put the positive 4 over the equal sign, it becomes a negative.
That's correct. So change the sign when you send it over.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. All right, how many persons understand how we got it? Let me know if you
I
understand.
do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Okay, good. I only heard a few persons. The others, where are you? Do you understand how we got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, good. So I need Amarnik. Amarnik, explain how we got 124. Explain A through D, please.
It says write down an expression for the distance around the field. You put x plus 6 plus 2x plus x plus x minus 2. B says simplify your answer from part A. You put the same expression you did for A, but you put the coefficient, which is 1, with the ones that just are x. So it's 1x plus 1x plus 6 plus 2x plus 1x minus 2. 1x plus 1x is 2x. 2x plus 1x is 3x. Then you bring down the 6 and the minus 2. 2 plus you get the like terms, which are 2x and 3x, and 6 and minus 2. So 2 plus 3 is 5, and 6 minus 2 is 4. C says the distance around the field is 124 meters. Write an equation to show this information. You put your answer from B, which is 5x plus 4, and you say equals 124. G says solve the equation to find x. You put 5x plus 4 equals 124, but you
Yeah.
have to put the 4 over the equal sign, and that leaves you with 5x equals 124 minus 4.
What happens to the 4 when we send it over?
It becomes negative. So now you do 124 minus 4, which is 120. You put 5x equals 120, and then you divide both sides by 5. You cross out the 2 5s, and you put 5 into 120, which is 24.
Very good. So we see how many times does 5 go into 120, which is 24 times. Very good. Excellent explanation. All right, Gianna, you understand how we got answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. I need to explain how we got it.
Yes, sir. Number 1, the diagram shows Mr. Jones' tomato field. Write down an expression for the distance around the field. So we put x plus 6 plus 2x plus x minus 2. And then B, simplify your answer from part A. So we use the expression from A, and we place the ones in front of the x because 1 equals x.
Yeah.
So 1x plus 1x plus 6 plus 2x plus 1x minus 2, sorry. And then we work it out, which would equal to 1x plus 1x equals 2x plus 6 plus wait, how we get 3x?
What do we do? Look at it carefully. Look at it carefully.
Oh, I have mine set up differently.
We added 2x plus 1x.
So 2x plus 1x minus 2. All right. So 2x plus 1x, which would equal to 3x minus 2. And then 2x plus 3x plus 6 minus 2.
Mm-hmm.
2 plus 3x would equals 5x.
Yes.
6 minus 2, which would equal to 4. So it would equal to 5x plus 4.
Uh-huh.
And C, the distance around the field is 124 meters. Write an equation to show this information. 5x plus 4 equals 124. And then D, solve your equation to find x. 5x plus 4 equals 124. We bring down the 5x and we carry the 4 next to the 124,
Mhm.
which would equal to 124 minus 4. And then we bring down the 5x again. 124 minus 4 would equal to 120. We divide it by 5 and we get 24. X equals to 24.
Very good. Very good response. Thank you. All right, good. Let's move on to the next question. I'm going to do another example just for those persons who do not understand. By the way, if you do not understand, please let me know. You can always ask the question. I'll be willing to answer it. Okay, good. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Let me do a duplicate slide. Move all of this. Move all of this. Let me move all of this as well. Put this here. Let's say the distance around the field is 129 meters. And let's say that we're talking about Mr. Rules. Mr. Rules tomato field. Let's say that this is x. Let's say that this is x plus 7 instead of x plus 6. Let's say that this is 3x, right? And let's say that this is x minus. All right, just like that.
Mr. Potato first.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, sir.
X minus 4. Okay. So we have x plus 7, 3x, and x minus 4. All right, good. How are we gonna do the first one? I want to write down expression for the distance around the field.
You do x plus 7
You're saying
plus
x?
3.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, we add up all the sides.
Add up all the sides. Okay, go ahead. So what's gonna be?
X plus 7
So
plus
wait, one moment. X plus what?
plus x plus 7
Very good. X plus 7 plus what?
plus 3x.
Plus 3x plus what?
X take away 4.
X minus 4. All right, good. Do we agree with him? That that's the answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so.
Good. He's definitely right. It's gonna be x plus x plus 7 plus 3x plus x minus 2. All right, Johnny, do you understand how we got that?
Yes, sir.
Good. How about you, Akiro? Do you understand? Akiro, do you understand that? Where's Akiro? Okay.
Answer
and
it.
Alasia, do you understand how we got an answer so far?
Yes, sir.
Good. How about you, Amani? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. And Aaliyah, do you understand how we got to answer?
Yes, sir.
Good. Angel, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Andrea, how are we gonna simplify our equation in part A? How are we gonna do that?
To simplify the equation, we write down the expression from A, and then we add
So the expression is x plus what?
plus x plus 7 plus 3x plus x minus 4.
Plus 7 plus 3x plus x minus what?
4.
Minus 4. Very good. Okay, good.
And
What's-
then
what are we gonna do?
x equals to 1, so we put 1 in the front of the x.
Wait, it's not true that x is equal to 1. The coefficient of x is 1.
The coefficient of x, is equals to 1.
Good. So it's gonna be 1x, right? Where else we see an x? It's gonna be right here. 1x.
Yes, sir. And then for the last one, for the last x
Dot.
minus 4.
1x. Very good. Good. And what are we gonna do next now?
So we add 1x plus 1x, which equals to 2x.
Very good. We add 1x plus 1x, which equals 2x.
Then we bring down the positive 7.
And then we add what else?
And then we add 3x plus 1x, which is 4x.
Very good. 4x.
And then we bring down the negative 4.
Plus 7. And then plus 4x. And then minus what? Minus 4. Okay, good. But what do we do at this point now?
Then we group the like terms,
Something like
which
that.
would be 2x plus 4x plus 7 minus 4.
So it's gonna be 2x. So 2x is gonna be combined with 4x
Yeah, so
because they are like terms. And it's gonna be 2x plus what?
4x.
That's 4x. Good. And then we have what?
Then positive 7 minus 4.
And positive minus 4. That's gonna be plus 7 minus what?
Minus 4.
Minus 4. Good.
And then we add 2x plus 4x, which give us 6x.
Then we add 2x plus 4x, which gives us what? 6x. And that's gonna be equal to
Plus 7 take away 4, which is 3.
very good. 7 to 4, which is 3. The answer is positive what? 6x plus 3, right? Thank you, Andrea. Ashane Fernanda, do you understand how we got this? Renee Russell, Bethany, Rashawn,
Yes, sir.
do you understand how we got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how about you, Brianna? Brianna, do you understand how we got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Bri and Bree, do you all understand?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Chai and Ciara, do you all understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And how about Ciara? I didn't hear you. You understand how we got it? Ciara Rackley, are you there? Can't hear from Ciara. Joseph and Siren. You all understand how we got it?
So
So
Okay, good. How about, where's Dari? Dari, you understand? Where's Dari? Dari and Dia. Dari and Dia, are you there? He said no. Okay, and how about Dia Gibson? Where's Dia? I can't hear from Dia for some reason. Darnik and Dion, do you all understand?
yes, sir.
Okay, good. And how about you, Darnik? Darnik, do you understand? Okay, good. Go ahead, Dion. Explain how we can get C, the distance around the field.
3x
No,
plus,
Dion.
my bad, sir.
Go ahead, Dion.
We say explain how C
C.
would it be the
Read it.
distance around the field.
Read it
Pardon me?
first. Read it first.
The distance around the field is 129. Write an equation to show this information. So the distance around the field would be 3x plus 1. Would it be plus 129 or?
No. Look at what we did in the previous example. Say the distance around the field is 129.
Yes, sir.
So remember last time we did this, we did 5x plus 4 equals 24, 124. So we're gonna do in this case.
So it'd be 3x plus 4
Where you
plus
get-
equals 129.
Where you getting 3x from?
I mean, can you show me the next example, please? One more time. Okay, yes, I understand now.
Mhm.
It would be 6x plus 3 equals 129.
Very good. So it's gonna be 6x plus 3 is equal to what?
129.
129. Very good. Do the rest of you all understand this? 6x plus 3 is equal to 129.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Very good. So we just set it equal to,
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
sir.
very good. Just set it equal to 129. All right, the last question on this. It says solve the equation. Solve your equation to find the value of x. All right, what we want to do, solve the equation to find the value of x. So what are we gonna do for this one? Anyone can answer?
We bring the answer from C, the equation over from C to D.
Very good. So it's gonna be 6x plus what?
Plus
3
3.
equals to 129.
Very good. 6x plus what? Plus
3,
is equal to
129.
129. Very good.
When you do that, you bring the 3 over, it becomes a negative.
Very good. So we send the 3 over. So it
You
becomes,
bring down the equal sign.
6x.
Okay.
6x equals to what? 120,
129 take away 3.
129 take away 3. What is 129 take away 3?
126.
126. I got 126.
126 or 120, y'all say 128?
126.
126.
126.
126.
126.
Good. And what do we do at this point?
You divide them by 6.
Divide that.
Very good. Divide both by 6. So it's going to be 6 right here. It's going to be 6 right there. Good. And then after that, we're going to do a
Cancel.
cancel. Very good. Reagan, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. What is 126 divided by 6?
3 equals to 21.
21.
It's going to be equal to 21. Let me divide 126 by 6. And for those of you who need a refresher on how to divide 126 by 6, what we do is we say 126. How many times does 6 go into 12?
2 times.
Twice.
6 times 2 is 12.
12.
We subtract. 12 minus 12 is
0.
0. We bring down to 6. Like that. How many times does 6 go into
One
itself?
time.
One time.
6 times 1 is
6.
6.
6. So 6 minus 6 is
0.
0. Right. And so the answer is 21. X is equal to 21. All right. Do we understand how to do this problem? Let me know if you
Yes, sir.
understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. I'm not just a few. I want the rest of you to answer me, please. Do you
Yes, sir.
understand?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
You understand how-
Yes, sir.
All right, the rest of you, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right. I see Dari asking for another example. I just did 2 examples. Dari. I just did 2 examples.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Mr.
You're getting pretty low.
Say it again.
Your volume's getting pretty low.
My volume is getting low.
We can hear you good now.
Now it's back.
Okay. All right. So, Dari, I would recommend that you look at the 2 examples that we just did, so you can understand fully how to do it. All right. All right. Good. And then once we go over we're gonna go over the answers anyway. So, and maybe in that time you'll get a fuller understanding of it. Okay. So, yeah, it's time for the grade exercise. So let's do that. All right. Good. Go ahead.
You put it in chat.
I did. I put all 2 of them inside the chat.
Okay.
So grade exercise. Grade exercise number 1. Okay, as we always do, I'm gonna put 3 of them in now. All right. So 3. I only need 3. Okay, put this here. Okay, good. All right, so All right, so I'm gonna draw the same trapezium, the same shape, like we did in the previous questions. Gonna be the same shape, the same trapezium. Let me thicken this. All right, let's move this over. Where is one? Is one here?
Yes, sir.
You never did menstruation part 2, did you?
I'm doing it currently. I'm doing it right now.
Okay. My apologize for sending that thing so late.
That's okay.
And okay, so that's the shape there. Let me make sure. Put it over. And put this here. Okay, so let me just label it. So let's say that this one is, let's say that this one is X. And we have X plus 8. It's gonna be 4X. And it's gonna be X minus 2. Okay. Okay, good. So okay, so for number 1, we want to diagram shows, let's say Mr. Forbes. Tomato field. Write an expression for the distance around the field. I'm gonna make all this white. I'll make all the whole thing white. In part A. And solve the equation to find the value of X.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Can you do it bigger, please?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
All right, so let's say that the distance around the field is 126. Say 160. Where's Clermont? Is Clermont here? Clermont, are you there? I don't know. I don't
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I won't be able to send my work because my mommy is at school, but when she comes, I'll send it.
That's I can't recognize that voice. That's some Siren. Is that Siren?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, good. Let's put this here. All All right, Ajani, Ajani, what number you on? Where's Ajani?
Number 1B.
Number 1B.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And where is Zara Hana? Zara, what number you on, Zara? Zara Hana. Again, Zara Hana, what number you on, Zara? Number 1. What did she say in the chat? Number 1A, okay. Tyrone, what number you on, Tyrone?
I'm on 1A, sir.
1A. And Shekinah, where's Shekinah? Shekinah Kalma? Where's Shekinah? Where's Shekinah? Shekinah, can you hear me? Shekinah Kalma? I can't hear from Shekinah. Shannon Roll, what number you on? Shannon Roll, what number you on? Number 1A, okay. And Samantha Taylor, what number you on? Samantha,
I'm on number 2 drawing the
the diagram.
diagram. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, let's call this one Mr. Ramming. So it's Rammings, Mr. Rammings. Tomato field. Let's say that and Nivea, what number you on?
1D.
1D, okay. All right, and then the last one. Sadell, what number you want, Sadell?
I'm on 1B.
1B. You understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And how about you, Sabria? What number you want, Sabria?
You call me?
Yeah, what number you on?
I'm on 2A.
2A. Okay. And Reagan Joseph, what number you on?
I am on 2B.
2B. Good. 2B. Randisha, Misek, what number you on, Randisha?
1D.
Again, you say it again.
1D.
1D. You understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Omari, what number you on, Omari? Omari, what number you on? Where's Omari? Omari? 1D, okay. And Olivia, what number you on, Olivia?
2C.
2C. Naya,
Yes,
Naya,
sir.
what year you on?
I'm on 2017.
17. Okay. What's the shape?
It's a cylindrical shape.
Cylindrical shape, okay. And Nevaeh Wallace. Nevaeh Wallace, what number you on?
1C.
1C. Okay. And
Never mind, Mr. Petit. I'm on 2012.
2012, okay. And Nevaeh Carey. Nevaeh Carey, what number you on?
I am on 1D, sir.
1D?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Nakari Roberts, what number you on? Nakari Roberts, what number you on, Nakari? And Myla Papal, what number you on, Myla? Myla, what number you on? Okay, 1B, 2C. Okay. And Matthew, what number you on, Matthew? Matthew. Where's Matthew?
Hello?
Yes, what number are you on?
2C.
2C. You understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Mark, what number you on?
1C.
1C. Mark, do you understand how to do this?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay, what part don't you understand?
I on C this numbers. I on the C one. I mean, I barely know how to do C.
You barely know how to do C? Do
Yeah.
you have the examples?
Yes, sir.
You have to combine, so you have x, right? Plus x plus 8 plus 4x plus x minus 2, right?
Yes, sir.
So you have to combine, you have to put the 1 on the x's. Just like how we did it. And then combine all of the x's and then leave the numbers by themselves and then subtract them. All right?
Okay, thank you.
It's not okay. The word is not okay.
Yes, sir.
And Malik, roll what number you on, Malik?
1C, sir.
All right. And Malia, what number you on?
1C.
1C, good. And Kyle, what number you on?
2A, sir.
2A, you understand what you're doing, Kyle?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Kingston, what number you on?
I am number 2C, sir.
Number 2C. And Kiajane, Bethel, what number you on? Kiajane, what number you on? Where's Kiajane? Kiajane, are you there? Once again, she disappears. Where is 1?
Mr. Petit, did you call me?
What are you working on?
Oh, man, what's it called?
Mensuration.
Mensuration part
Sorry,
2.
what year?
It's not showing the yell, to be honest. Hold on, let me see.
Wait,
It's
wait.
not the video.
The shape, sorry.
The shit. 11B.
Okay, what shape is that?
Cylindrical
What's the cylinder?
storage container.
Okay, with the canisters, okay. All right, so it's 2A. And Jeremy, what number you on? Jeremy? Where's Jeremy? Can't hear from Jeremy. Jaden? Jaden Butler, what number you on, Jaden? Yes, Joseph. I need to talk to your sister. Pass her the phone, please. Jaden Butler, where's Jaden? Jaden, what number you on? Shekinah, why are you not responding in the class? Yes, I was calling you. Where are you? Are you inside the class or are you doing something else? Yes. I asked, are you inside the class or are you doing something else? That's my question. So why always have to run behind you? I keep on telling you this is not a babysitting club. Where's your notes from yesterday? Hello? Hello, where's the notes from yesterday, Shekinah? No, you're not gonna send them. You're not gonna send them because you haven't sent them yet. I told you, use your brother's phone to send the notes. How much times I gotta tell you that? How many times I gotta tell you the same thing, Shekinah? It doesn't make sense. It's annoying. When class is over, take a picture of your notes and send it from your brother's phone. You understand me? Yes, sir. Come on, and don't let this happen again. Do you hear me? Yes, sir. Tired of talking to you about that same thing. And that goes for everyone inside there. Take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. Jevin Moss, what number you on, Jevin?
2A.
2A. Okay, and Jasmine, what number you on, Jasmine?
It's at 3A.
3A, okay. Okay, and Gilbriana, what number you on?
2A.
2A. Good. Hey, Casey. Okay, I'll let you in. All right. Where is Jasmine Lowe? Jasmine, what number you on? Jasmine. Where's Jasmine? 3A, okay, good. And Gilbriana Goodman, what number you on?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, you just asked me.
I just did. You felt that.
Yes.
And Gianna, what number you on? Where's Gianna? Gianna Nixon?
I'm done, Mr. Petit.
Okay, and you send in the notes as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. That goes for everyone. Once you finish, take a picture of your notes as well as your classwork, all right? The notes as well as the classwork. This is
Excuse me, Mr.
mm-hmm.
I'm doing my work now, and my mommy is not home right now, so I can't send the work.
Okay,
I'll send it when she reaches back.
okay, so when you're gonna reach homes, then send the work. Where's Egypt? Egypt, what number you on? Where's Egypt?
2A.
Number what?
2A.
2A. Egypt, do you understand how to do this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And Dwayne Slew, what number you on, Dwayne? Dwayne Slew, what number you on? Where's Dwayne? Okay. Is there anyone else who's finished besides Bry? Anyone else who's finished?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Olivia, you finish. Darnik, what number you on, Darnik?
3C.
3C. Okay, so you almost finished. And Dion, what number you on, Dion? Dion, what number you on?
3A.
3A, good. Dia Gibson, what number you on, Dia? Dia Gibson, where's Dia? 2A, okay. How about you, Dari? Dari, what number you on? Where's Dari? Dari, 2A. Where's Daniel? Daniel, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing down the notes?
Yes, I had to start the video order.
Okay. Send me what you have. Let me see if you're lying to me or telling me the truth. Send me what you have. Take a picture
Yes,
of what
sir.
you have written. And Siren Newbold, what number you on?
Finished.
Finish as well. You sent. Oh, you said your mother. You have to wait on your mommy.
Yes, sir.
And Joseph Kalma, what number you on?
3B.
3B. And Ciara Rackley, what number you on, Ciara?
3A.
3A, good. And Chai, what number you on, Chai?
2C.
2C, good. Prashawn Turnquest, what number you on? Prashawn, where's Prashawn? Prashawn Turnquest, are you there? Okay, his internet is freaking out.
Pardon me, I just left. 2B.
2B?
Hello?
You said you
Yes,
on
sir.
2B? Okay, Jasmine said she's finished. Jasmine, take a picture of your work and send it to me, please. And that goes for everyone. Once you finish your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Brianna Roll, what number you on?
I finished. I about to send it now.
That's good. And Bethany, what number you on, Bethany? Okay. And who else? Brene Russell. Brene Russell, what number you on?
3A.
3A. Good. And Ashane Fernanda, what number you on? Ashane Fernando? Where's Ashane Fernando? I can't have from her. Is it 3A? Okay. And Amaranik, what number you on?
3B.
3B. Okay. And Alasia, what number you on?
2B.
2B. And Ajani, what number you on, Ajani? Ajani, what number you on? 2C?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how to do the work?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Aaliyah, you said you finished, right? How about you, Angel? Where's Angel?
I'm on 3C.
3C. Okay. Kivat, Percenti, what number you on?
2C.
2C. Daniel, where's the work? Where's the work, Daniel? All right, anyone finish? Anyone finish? Anyone that's finished with that work?
I am.
All right,
I
good.
am.
Samantha,
I am.
okay.
I
Okay, good. Where's Kennedy? Where's Kennedy?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I don't see your notes that you
Yes,
sent
sir.
me. I'm still waiting for you to send me the notes. All right, let's go over the answers.
So Petit, they sent it, but I don't know if they supposed to draw the diagrams.
Yes, you're supposed to draw the I mean the circles, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, draw the diagram as well. Okay, so all right, so let's go ahead and okay, Daria, I heard you. Okay, so for number one, any volunteers for number one? For those of you who are finished. I want number one. Anyone want to help me with number one? How are we gonna get number one?
I can go, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Number one says the diagram shows Mr. Forbes tomato field.
Mhm.
Write down a expression for the distance around the field.
Mhm.
I got x plus x. I mean x plus x plus 8 plus 4x plus x minus 2.
Very good. So it's gonna be x plus what?
Plus x plus 8
Plus x plus 8
plus 4x plus x
4x
minus 2.
plus x minus 2. Very good. All right, did anyone else get this right? X plus 8 plus 4x
Yes,
plus x
sir.
minus 2.
I did.
Yes.
I did.
I did.
Very good.
I
Oh,
did.
I did.
okay, good, perfect. Okay,
I did.
now for B, we want the simplified answer for part A. What y'all have for that one?
7x plus 6.
7x plus 6.
Uh-huh.
7x plus 6.
7x plus 6, that's correct. 7x plus 6. Did anyone else get that? 7x plus 6? Anyone else get that?
Yes,
I
sir.
did.
I did.
Good. 7x plus 6 is the correct answer for that one. Okay, good. 7x plus 6. That's going to be the answer for this one. And the distance around the field is 160 meters. Write an equation to show this information. So what's the answer for that one?
7x plus 6 equals 160 meters.
Very good. 7x plus 6 equals to 160 meters. And that's the answer for
Mr.
that.
Petit,
I did.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
do you have to put the meters at the end?
No. You don't have to put the meter sign. All right. And all right. So when we solve our equation, how did y'all solve it?
7x plus 6 equals 160. And you put 7x.
One moment. Let me. You say 7x plus what?
Plus 6 equals 160.
Plus 6 equals 160. What do we do after that?
Then we put 7x plus 160 minus 6.
So we send the 6 over,
Yes, sir.
and it would be 7x.
7x equals 154. I
So
get that by
7x is gonna be
subtracting 160 from 6.
160 minus 6. So it was a positive 6, it becomes a minus 6. So 7x is gonna be equal to what? 100 and what?
54.
154. What do we do at this point?
Divide
Divide both sides by
7.
7. And then what we do? We cancel the 2 7. So x is gonna be equal to what?
22.
What is 154 divided by 7? Which y'all get?
22.
22. Very good. 22. Did anyone else get 22 for that one?
I did. I did so.
Okay.
I did.
All right, good.
Cap. I go cap.
Malik, are you okay? Where's Malik?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Mr. Petit. I'm fine. I'm fine.
You didn't sound fine a few moments ago. Who you calling cap at?
E-
Nobody, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I thought so.
I'm just feeling a little sleepy. Just a little sleepy.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. Just a
Yeah,
little
you,
sleepy.
yeah, you better be fine.
Can
And
I
don't make
do
that and
number
don't
two?
make that outburst again in my class. Do you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you, Mr. G. I won't.
Okay. All right, so x is equal to 22. Did anyone else get that? X equal to 22?
I did.
So,
I did.
All right, good.
yeah, so
So x equals to 22. Good. X equals to 22. All right, good.
Can I do number two?
Uh-huh. Yes, we can. Go ahead.
I got for okay. The diagram show Mr.
Mr. Ramings, yes.
Ramon's
Uh-huh.
tomato farm. Write the expression for the distance around the field.
Good.
So I got C plus 3 plus 5 plus 6. I mean, x plus 5 plus x, 6x plus x, take away 3.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're going to do x plus what? X plus a plus what? 4x plus what? So x, wait, why are we doing x plus 8? X plus 5, right?
Don't scare me like that.
Plus 6x, right? Plus x minus what?
Take away 3.
Very
Take
good.
away.
X minus 3. Okay, good. All right, did anyone else get that?
I did.
I did.
Yes, sir.
I did.
Okay,
I did.
excellent.
I did.
And okay, perfect. And then for part, say simplify your answer from part A. What do y'all get for that one? When you simplified it?
I got 9x plus 2.
9x plus 2.
Yes, sir.
Did anyone else get that?
Yes, sir.
9x
sir.
plus 2.
I did.
Yes, sir.
Very good. 9x plus 2. Good. 9x plus 2. Good. Now we want the distance around the field. The distance around the field is 119. Write an equation to show this. What y'all get for that one?
9x plus 2
Okay.
equals 190.
9x plus 2 is equal to
119.
is equal to 119. 119. Okay, not plus 119, Dari. It's equal to 119. Did anyone else get that?
I did.
You did.
Yes,
I
sir.
did.
Good.
Did.
And we got to solve it, right? 9x plus
Yes,
2
sir.
equals to 119. How we solve it?
I did. I got x equals to 30.
Wait, let's actually solve it. So we have 9. By the way, for those persons who haven't
I
sent in their work yet, please send it in. 9x plus what?
plus 2,
Plus 2 equals to what?
119.
Equals to 119.
Carry the 2 over.
Carry the 2 over.
It become a negative.
So it's gonna be equal to 119 minus what?
2.
Minus 2. That's going to be 9x, right? It's going to be, what is 119 minus 2?
117.
117, very good. And so it's 9x is equal to 117. What are we going to do at this point?
Divided by 9.
Divide both sides by 9. Divide both sides by 9. And so we get that x is equal to what?
X equals to 13.
119 divided by 9 is going to be what?
13.
13. Very good. 13. Good. Perfect. So x is equal to 13. How many persons got that? X is equal to 13.
I did.
I do.
I did.
Only 4 persons. Anyone else?
I did.
Oh, got it.
I did.
Very good.
I did.
Good. X is equal to 13. Okay, good. So x equals to 13. All right, and then the last one we have, I need a volunteer for number 3.
I could do it.
Okay, go ahead, Nivea.
Okay, so the sentence says the diagram shows Mr. Hannah's tomato field. Write down an expression for the distance around the field. So your answer for that would be x plus 9 plus 7x plus x take away 4.
Okay, good. So it's gonna be that. But it's going to be, we say x plus, that's plus 9, right? 9x plus 9,
Plus
and then minus 4, right?
7x minus 4.
7x minus 4, very good. Okay, good. Next up.
B, it says simplify your answer from part A. So my final answer was 10x plus 5.
10x plus 5. Did anyone else get 10x plus 5?
I did.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I did.
Yeah,
Yes.
10x.
Yes, sir.
10x plus 5, that's correct. And then the next question.
It says for C, the distance around the field is 125 meters. Write an equation to show this information. So my answer was 10x plus 5 equals 125.
Very good. 10x plus 5 equals to
125.
125. 10x plus 5 equals to 125. Good. And then solve the equation to find x.
My answer, x is 12.
So first
First, you have 10x plus 5 equals 125.
wait, so let's do this on the side. So we say 10x
Plus 5 equals 125.
plus 5 equals to 125.
Yes, sir.
Good. What do we do at this point?
At this point, you want to carry over the positive 5 and it becomes a negative.
Good. So it's 125 minus what?
Minus 5.
Good. So it's going to be 10x equals to 125 minus 5. Was 125 minus 5? That's going to be what?
120.
120.
And then you bring down the 10x.
We didn't bring down the 10x. What do we do at this point?
At this point, you want to put 10x and 120 over 10.
Mm-hmm. Why put
Then
10?
both of the 10s can go into themselves, so you cross them out, and then x equals to 120 over 10.
So x equals to?
120 over 10.
Which is?
And the final answer for that would be 12.
Very good. Excellent. Did anyone else get x equals to 12? Anyone else
Yes,
get
sir.
x equals to
Yes,
12?
sir.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay, so the answer is x equals to 12. All right, good. Did anyone get all right?
I did.
I
Yes, sir.
I did.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. If you got all right, put I inside the chat. If you got all right, put I inside the chat. Again, if you got all right, put I inside the chat. If you got one wrong, put Y. If you got two wrong, put N.
Mr. Badee, can you say it from the top, please?
Yes, I can. All right. Good. Let me see how y'all did. All right. Okay. A lot of you got all right. Okay, good. Perfect. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. So this is going to be example number 3. There's Reagan. Reagan, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
You didn't answer when I asked if you got all right.
My bad. I'll answer it now.
What are you doing behind there? Are you doing your work or are you being distracted?
I don't know where I was eating. My mom just brought me food.
Did you do your work? Did you finish it?
Yes, so I already sent it to you.
Okay. Okay, so example number 3. All right, good. All right, so let's do this one. I think of a number. Let's say I call this number x divided by 4. Then I take this quotient and subtract it by 126. Write an expression to show this information. Write an expression to show this information. So I think of a number, and I want you all to put your answer inside the chat for me, please. I think of a number divided by 4, right? Then I take this quotient and subtract it by 126. Write an expression to show this information. Again, I think of a number divided by 4, then I take this quotient and subtract it by 126. Write an expression to show this information. Again, I think of a number divided by divided by 4. Then I take this quotient and subtract it by 126. Write an expression to show this information. Put your answer inside the chat for me, please. Again, put your answer inside the chat for me, please. I think of a number divided by 4. Then I take this quotient and subtract it by 126. Write an expression to show this information. Again, I think of a number divided by 4. Then I take this quotient, subtract it by 126. Write an expression to show this information. All right, anyone want to try? Anyone think their answer is right? I see a lot of y'all answering inside the chat. Some of them are right, some of them are wrong. Anyone want to try thinking their answer is right? Anyone want to try?
Is it x divided by 4 minus subtract 126?
Say it again.
Is it x divided by 4?
Say it again.
Subtract, is it x divided by 4 equals 126?
Okay. Does anyone agree with him? He said x divided by 4 equals 126. Do y'all agree with him?
No, sir.
No. So if you don't agree with him, what you think the answer is?
I think we have to do the thing when you do the open bracket, x divided by 4, close bracket, subtract 126.
All right. Does anyone agree with China? She's saying, does anyone agree with? You do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so either one of these is correct. If you have it like this, x divided by 4, right? Minus 126, that's correct. Did anyone have this one? Did anyone have this one? X divided by 4 minus 126. Did anyone
Yes,
have that?
sir.
Only
Yes,
one
sir.
person had that?
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
I
Okay.
haven't made one up. Yes, sir.
Okay. Also, go ahead.
I have something to say about the work that we just did.
Go ahead.
For number two is wrong. Number 2 is not 13
Number 2.
because 9 could go into 19 twice, which is 18. And 9 take away 8 is 1. Bring down the 7 is 17. 17
Wait.
go into 9 once, which is 9, which is 8. So it's supposed to be 21.8.
21. Wait, 119. Wait. Okay, see, check that. 119 divided by 9.
117, my bad. It's 197. Oh, it's 197. Sorry.
Okay, so that's divided. So if we divide it, it's going to be 9 into what?
9 into 19 goes twice.
Wait, this is 117, right?
197.
Why are we doing 197? Let me go back. You're talking about this one, right?
Yes, sir.
9 into 117. Okay. So how many times does 9 go into 11?
Once.
9 times 1 is?
9.
9. 11 minus 9 is what?
19. 2.
2. Bring down the
7.
How many times does 9 go into 27? 3 times. So that's how we get 13.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, good. Okay, so for this one, we have x divided by 4 minus 126. Did anyone get this one? Like I was saying, did anyone get that one?
Yeah, so
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. There's also another way you could write it. You could write it as x divided by 4 minus 126. Did anyone have it like this? As a fraction. Did anyone have it as a fraction? No one had it as a fraction?
Yes, sir.
Andrea? Only Andrea had hers as a fraction?
Yes,
I
sir.
had 9 for the a slash.
Yeah, a slash fraction, same thing. All right. Both of them are saying the same thing. So if you have it like this, x over 4, not minus, divided by, I mean, yeah, this is subtract, I'm sorry. It is subtract. So minus, right, minus 126. Did anyone have this one?
I had that one.
Yeah, that one.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good. So either one of these are saying the exact same thing, right? So we think of a number divided by 4, take the quotient, and then subtract it by 126, and then that's the answer. All right. Do we have time for one more? Let's see. What time is it? Oh, yes, we do. So let's do. Go ahead.
I sent you all my notes.
Okay, good. So I think of a number. Let's call this number y. Divided by 6. Then I take this quotient and multiply it by 8. Write an expression to show this information. All right. All right. Good. Just put your answer inside the chat, please. I think of a number y divided by 6, and I take this quotient and multiply it by 8, sorry. Write an expression to show this information. So I think of a number y divided by 6. Then I take this quotient and multiply it by 8. Write an expression to show this information. Put your answer inside the chat for me, please. Again, put your answer inside the chat for me. Again, put your answer inside the chat for me. I think of a number divided by 6. Then I take this quotient and multiply it by 8. What's going to be your answer as an expression? Again, what's going to be your answer as an expression? I think of a number divided by 6. Then I take this quotient and multiply it by 8. Write an expression to show this information. Again, put your answer inside the chat for me, please. Again, put your answer inside the chat for me. Again, put your answer inside the chat for me. Good. All right, good. Let me switch all off. Okay. 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 All right. Yeah, most persons are right. Most persons are better right. Does anyone want to try before I give the answer? Does anyone want to try?
Open brackets y
Open brackets.
y divided by 6
Y. Now we can use a small y. So y divided by what?
6
6. Very good.
close brackets multiply by 8.
Multiplied by 8. Very good. Did anyone help this? Y divided by 6 multiplied by 8.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Did
No,
anyone?
so I just put minus instead.
No, it's divided. And then y divided by, you can also have it like this as a fraction. Y divided by 6 multiplied by 8. You could also have it as y divided by 6 multiplied by 8. Or you could have it as or you could have it as y divided by 6 multiplied by 8. All right. Did anyone get this? Anyone get this? Let me know if you got it.
I have the third one.
Of the third one.
I got it.
Got it?
Yes,
Okay,
I
good.
have this.
Okay, good. Perfect. All right, take a picture of these last two and send it to me, please. Take a picture of these last two and send it to me. And if you're not doing if you're not doing social studies or religious, then you can leave. But the rest of us who are doing social studies and religious, we have to stay back. All right, so we're gonna do social studies and then religious. All right. Social studies and then religious. All right. Once you have sent in your work and you are not doing social studies and religious, you can leave. But the rest of us who are doing social studies and religious, we have to stay back. All right.
Good night, Mr. Butcher.
Good night. All right. Good night. Okay, so let's begin. Today is what? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday, the 22nd of February. (2024). The subject is, of course, English language, not English language, so studies. And the topic is the Eleutherian. Anyone can guess the last part of it? The
Adventurous.
Very good. Eleutherian adventures. Now, I'm sure how many persons have learned about the Eleutherian adventures before or heard the term?
I did.
I
before.
have
You
some
did?
of it.
Some of it? Okay. What do you know about the Eleutherian adventures? First of all, what does the word Eleuthera means? Anyone
It
know?
came from
Excuse me, Mr. Butcher.
Freedom.
Uh-huh.
Freedom.
It means freedom. Good. What does what do you know about the Eleutherian adventures? What do you know about them?
There was flash and
They were what?
They
Someone
found
said
the shipwreck.
they were shipwrecked. Okay, good.
Shipwreck.
That's a good.
And they
That's
also found a cave. They
they
also
found a
found a cave
cave.
called
Okay,
Cooper's
what was the
Cave.
name of the cave? What was the name of the cave?
Just cave.
Preacher's Cave. Okay, good. Anyone else want to share what they know about Delusion Adventures?
Captain, I mean the leader, William Sayles.
William
They were
Sales.
from
Uh-huh.
wait, no, they were from
They had two groups and they had two captains and they split into groups.
Okay, so they end up splitting, right? Okay.
They went to Eleuthera, but it was difficult for them,
Mm-hmm.
so they moved back.
Mm-hmm. So they had multiple difficulties. Not all of them moved back, but some of them moved back. Okay, good. So today we're going to be talking about Delusion Adventures. Some keywords that you should keep in mind when we're talking about this is Anglican, Civil War, Constitution, Eleuthera, Puritans, William Sale, and wrecking. Those are some keywords to keep in mind as we look at the topic of the Lutheran Adventures.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I don't have a book for social studies. Do you mind if I write on folder sheet until I could get a book?
Write in your math book.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So after the Spanish took away all of the native Arawaks.
Excuse me, do you
Huh?
pronounce his name by saying Sales or Sayles?
Sale. Yeah, William Sale. All right, so after the Spanish took away all of the native Arawaks, the Bahamas remained uninhabited for many years. Okay, so who took away the native Arawaks? We learned this last week. Who took away the native Arawaks? Oh, which group of people took away the who?
The Spanish.
The Spanish, very good. So the Spanish took away the native Arawaks, right? So they were living and thriving, but the Spanish took them away to do what? What they had to do?
Make them slaves.
To make them slave. What they had to do though? What they had to do? They had to look for gold, right? And they had to help them look for gold. They had to work their plantations and stuff like that, right? Spain, right? Nor any other country was interested in settling in the Bahamas because there was no gold, settling in the Bahamas because there was no gold and the land was too infertile. Okay. So why didn't Spain or any other country want to settle in the Bahamas? What's the reason?
Because there was no gold.
There was no gold and the
Land was infertile.
and the ground was infertile, right? So this is basically setting up the stage for the Lutheran Adventures to come, right? So number one, the Arawaks, they were forced to leave, right? They were taken away, right? Because they had to help out the Spanish they were forced to help the Spanish in, looking for gold and, helping with their plantations in the island of Hispaniola, Cuba, and Jamaica, right? And so And also Spain, neither any other country was interested in the Bahamas because, well, you know, we didn't have no gold and the land is infertile, right? It was not until 1629. What's the date I said?
1629.
1629 that the English became interested in the Bahamas. This was because of the location of the island. Now the Bahamas had a nice location, right? They still do, right? It's perfectly situated along trade routes, right? So the Bahamas was located on the trade routes.
You mean like shipping routes?
Yeah. So on the trade routes between Europe and the New World. So they had to pass the Bahamas while heading to Europe, right? Charles I claimed the Bahamas as an English territory in that year. Now, the first European settlers in the Bahamas came from the island of, anyone remember where the Lutheran Adventists came from, which island they came from?
Bermuda?
Bermuda, very good. The first European settlers in the Bahamas came from the island of Bermuda. Bermuda was first settled by the English in 1612. But a major conflict, and this is the reason why they came to the Bahamas, because of this conflict, right? So the first European settlers came from the island of Bermuda, very important, right? Came from the island of Bermuda, right? Now, a major conflict began in 1640 when Charles I forced all the English people. What did he force them to do? I guess he forced them to attend the Anglican Church. So Charles I was like, everybody needs to be an Anglican, right? So we want everyone to be a part of the Anglican Church and to go to church with the Anglicans. And so the Lutheran Adventures, they were not Anglicans. They will be called Puritans, right? They followed a simple way of life, and they were not, their doctrines did not allow or did not align with, you know, the doctrines of the Anglican Church. So they didn't want to be a part of that. And so they were being forced to practice that religion and they didn't want to be a part of that. So they wanted freedom, right? Freedom to worship the way how they want to worship their religion. Sorry, the way how they want to carry out their religious practices, right? And they wanted to be allowed. Okay, let's say there were people who were not interested in attending the Anglican Church. They wanted.
I was supposed to say Charles the First.
Yes, what I put.
Charles the I.
Okay. So there were people who were not interested in attending the Anglican Church. They wanted to do what? They wanted to be allowed, right? To be allowed to what? They wanted to be
Carry out
allowed.
their own religious practices.
Very good. They wanted to be allowed the freedom to practice whatever religion they choose. So they wanted, so here we have a problem, right? So Charles the First saying, nope, everybody need to, you know, be a part of this Anglican Church. Everybody need to practice this particular religion. The Puritans, or who we later learn as the Puritans, they are saying, no, we want the freedom to practice our religion as we choose, right? And so obviously you can see that this caused what we call a civil war, right, between them, right? So this caused a problem. This causes a conflict, right? So this conflict well, let's name the person. These people were called, what we call them? The Puritans, right? The Puritans. So before we, you know, eventually call them the Lutheran Adventures, they were actually Puritans, right? And Puritans for purity. They wanted to practice what they considered to be a pure religion, right? They didn't want the religion of the Anglicans. Okay. So quick questions. What was the name of the group of people who wanted freedom to practice whatever religion that they chose? What's the name of that group?
The Puritans.
The Puritans, very good. What was the name of the king who forced all people to attend this particular church?
King Charles the
King
First.
Charles.
Charles the First.
King Charles the First. What was the name of the church that he wanted everyone to attend?
Anglican Church.
Anglican Church.
The Anglican Church. Very good, the Anglican Church. And where were the first European settlers in the Bahamas? Where did they came from?
Bermuda.
The island of Bermuda.
Very good. They came from Bermuda. Very good. Okay, so far we understand what we're doing. Okay, so obviously this conflict led to a civil war. What do we mean by civil war? Anyone know what we mean by civil war?
War like amongst the people, I think.
Okay, war amongst the people from the same demographic. So war amongst the people who live on the same locale or area or island or nation or country. Okay, so civil war. So war between groups of persons living in the same country. We call a civil war. Okay, this led to a civil war in England. And we said by definition, a civil war is a war between
Two groups in the same country.
yeah, two groups of people. Two groups of people within the same country. There was a lot of trouble for the Puritans in Bermuda. They were rejected and what? And persecuted by the government and the Anglican Church and the Anglicans. So, you know, so obviously, if you are being rejected and persecuted by people, what do you think you're going to try? And in a particular place, what do you think you're going to try to do?
Escape.
Yeah, you're
Fight
gonna,
back or escape.
okay, you can try to fight back, and if they are too much, then you're gonna do what?
Escape.
Yeah, you're gonna try to move, right? Right, so you're gonna try to move. And so so what they decided to do is they decided to move to go to the Bahamas so that they could have some sort of relief, right? So the Puritans asked, Captain William Sale, I spelled William wrong, Captain William Sale, who, by the way, William Sale was actually a former governor of Bermuda. So the Puritans asked Captain William Sale, who was a former governor of Bermuda, for help. Captain Sale Captain Sale agreed to help them. He agreed to help. And in 1646, he purchased a ship called the William and arranged for a smaller ship to be built, which was to be used for the exploration of the islands. while in England, so while in England, William Sale formed a company this company was called the Company of Adventurers for the Plantations of the Islands of Eleutheria. Now, they changed the name, so Eleutheria was later changed to Eleuthera. And we said that Eleuthera is a Greek word that means what?
Freedom.
A Greek word that means freedom. Okay. Okay, good. All right, so rapid questions. What is a Greek word that means freedom? What is a Greek word that means freedom? Eleuthera, very good. What was the name of the captain who was the head of the Lutheran Adventures?
Captain William Sale.
Captain William Sale. Good. What was his former, role in Bermuda?
A governor general.
He was a governor, very good. So he was a former governor. And what was the name of the company that they found? What was the name of the company that they started? What did they call
The
it?
Company of Adventurers for the Plantations of the Islands of Eleutheria.
Very good. Very good. So they are going on an adventure out of Bermuda. Why did they wanted to leave? What's the reason? Why would they wanted to leave?
Because they did not want to.
Excuse me, Mr. Batin.
Huh?
Anglican Church.
Someone have a question?
That was me. You could make the thing a little bigger, please.
Yeah, I already did. Why did they leave? Why did they want to leave Bermuda? Why did they want to leave them?
Because Charles was trying to make them Anglicans.
They was trying to force them to worship in a particular way, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But they wanted, it's an F word, they wanted what?
Freedom.
Freedom.
Very good. They wanted freedom to worship in the way that, to worship according to the dictates of their own conscience. So they wanted freedom, and everyone deserves freedom to worship in the way that they deem right. And so, you shouldn't force no one to do anything. So, but Charles the First, he wanted to force them. So they were being persecuted and treated badly over there. So, like, you know what, we need to go. So they decided to leave, to go to Eleuthera. All right. What was the name of these people? What were they called? What were the Eleutherian Adventures called?
Puritan.
Puritans. Very good. All right. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay. Again, take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp so that we can move on to religious studies.
Excuse me, Miss 17. What if we not finished?
Who is that speaking?
Alicia?
If you're not finished with writing this,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna put it inside the chat anyway, so you could always access it. Okay, good. Like I said, I'm gonna put this inside the chat for those persons who are still writing it down. So this is a lot to write. And then we're gonna move on to social studies. All right. Yeah, it's 8:30. So we have to
Not
move.
religious.
Yes. I said social studies. Oh man.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna move on to religious studies.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, if we're not doing religious, can we leave?
Yeah, if you're not doing religious and you already sent in the work, yes, sure, you could go.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
Have a good evening. See you next week. All right, good. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp so that we can continue. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp so we can get started with the religious studies. We're going to be dealing with a nice topic for religious studies.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
For like, if for example, like, say we miss a day of class or something, right? Where would we be able to access the recordings to see what y'all do?
The recordings are all on YouTube. So once you go on the Open Under Classroom, type that in, you can see the recordings for all the classes. Now, I put the recording for the last 3 classes on YouTube, and then once I'm finished with this one, then I'm gonna put it on in YouTube as well. All right.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, good. Can y'all let me know?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so let's begin. So, let's continue now. All right. So today is Thursday. Thursday. Go ahead.
I'm not taking religious.
You're not taking religious BJC?
Yes, so
How do you know that?
I done passed it already, and my mother done signed me up for it.
Okay, you can go.
Good night.
Good night. Okay, good. So today is Thursday the what? The 22nd of February. 2024. The subject is, of course, religious studies. And the topic is, we're going to be looking at Pentecost. Okay, Pentecost. What does Penti mean? Anyone know what Penti means? Penti.
50, I think.
Who said that?
Dari.
Adari, you're right. Penti means 50, right? So, good. So, I mean, it actually means 5, but like pentagon, you know what I mean? Penta means 5, but when we talk about Pentecost, we're talking about 50 days, 50 days after, right? Like Jasmine says, the 50th, right? So, all right, so let's begin. So Pentecost. So we're talking about the 50th day after Jesus already, all right? So, okay, so Jesus told his disciples to stay in the upper room, right? So the believers were gathered together in the upper room. Why did Jesus tell them to stay in the upper room? What was the reason?
To wait for the Holy Spirit.
Very good, to wait for the outpouring of the Holy Spirit. So the believers were gathered together in the upper room. Excuse me, sharing with one another when
The Holy Spirit came like a fire and landed on them.
very good, when the Holy Spirit came upon them, just as Jesus had what? Had promised, right? They were all, that's very wrong. They were all on one accord. When we say one accord, what does that mean? That means that they were like, there's a particular word that we use, that with you.
Unionized?
Close.
United.
United. They were all, when we say one accord, that means that they were united. So they were all on one accord, which means that there was no arguing or disagreements.
Somebody calling you in the chat, Mr. Petit.
Yes. Oh, yes, Mila, you can go. So Jesus had promised, right? So Jesus had promised that they would receive the Holy Spirit. Yes, someone have a question?
Can I be excused for 2 minutes, please?
Yes, you can. So Jesus promised that that they would receive the Holy Spirit. So it was actually Christ's promise. All right, so there were no disagreements, so they were all on one accord. Instead, they were all focused on God and his work. Right? They were all focused on God and his work. There were no disagreements between them. The Holy Spirit appeared in 3 ways to the believers. Number 1, there was a loud noise like a strong wind, right? There's a loud noise like a strong wind, so it's like whoosh, like a really loud noise, right? So that was one of the first things that, you know, helped to indicate that, okay, the Holy Spirit has come, right? There was a loud noise like a strong rushing wind. All right. That's one of the first indicator. The next thing, and Jevin said this, tongues of fire rested upon each person's head. So there was a loud noise like a strong wind, and tongues of fire rested on each person's head. Right? So the Pentecost happened 50 days after Jesus was resurrected. All right. And then what happened? The believers began to what? The believers began
Speak in tongues.
Speaking in tongues.
Very
Speaking
good.
in tongues.
Very good. The believers began to speak in tongues. Now, when it said, now some people don't understand what I mean when I say speak in tongues, but when it said speak in tongues, it means they spoke in languages. So tongues means languages, right? That's what tongues mean. So they were able to speak in languages that they were not able to speak before. So when it said speak in tongues, it means that they spoke in languages, right? In languages that they could not speak before. All right. Ajani, what was one way that the Holy Spirit appeared to the believers? Ajani. What was one way? Where's Ajani? Ajani, are you there? Ajani, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Give me one way that the Holy Spirit appeared to the believers.
A loud noise like a strong wind.
A loud noise like a strong wind. Very good. Akiro, give me one way that the Holy Spirit appeared to the believers. Where's Akiro? Akiro, are you there? And from Akiro, Alasia, give me one way that the Holy Spirit appeared to the believers.
Tongues of fire on top of their head.
Very good. Tongues of fire rested upon their head. And Amarni, when it says tongues, what does it mean?
They spoke in languages that they could not speak before.
Very good. An angel. What does it mean when they say that they were in one accord? What does that mean? That's angel.
Yes, sir.
When it says that they were in one accord, what does that mean? What do you mean by one accord?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Can I be excused? My mother is calling me to do something for her.
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
It means that there was no arguing or disagreements.
Very good. And Renee Russell, when it says one accord, what does that mean?
One group.
No. One accord means that it's right
Wait.
down.
Wait. Sorry. Which means that there was no arguing or disagreements.
Very
Sorry.
good. There are no arguments or disagreements. Good. Bethany, where's Bethany?
Yes, sir.
How many days after the resurrection was Pentecost? How many days? Say it again. Say it again, Bethany. 50. Very good. Again, class, how many days after the resurrection was Pentecost?
50.
Very good, 50.
50.
So this meant that through the help of the Holy Spirit, they were able to speak languages speak the languages of the Jews gathered in Jerusalem for Pentecost. Now this surprised the Jews. Why? Because suddenly men who could not speak their language before was now speaking them. So that was the miracle of Pentecost, right? So the miracle of Pentecost was that because the Holy Spirit descended upon them and, they were speaking in tongues, they were able to communicate in languages that they didn't even learn in school. So they would be able to speak languages that that the persons around them could understand. So you had different persons from all around, like this is Pentecost. So they came around so that they could be able to participate in this important celebration. And so you have Jews from different, backgrounds, different languages, you know what I mean, who need to understand and hear the gospel. And so because of that, these persons need to understand and hear the gospel, but the Jews only got to speak their language. But when the Holy Spirit rested upon them, they were able to speak the languages of the people that were there, and they were able to communicate the gospel to them, right? So
Excuse me, Mr. T. How come the Holy Spirit come to the believers like this, but like nowadays days we like, oh, when what it called, when Jesus come, it could be like 7 trumpets and all of that. How come it wasn't like that back then?
You mean like with the 7 trumpets and with the horses and with the angels and stuff like that?
Yes. No.
Well, remember, this is when the Holy Spirit descends, right? So when Christ comes, that's the Son. So you have God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. So when the Holy Spirit is descended upon them, this wasn't like the second coming of Jesus. This is just the Holy Spirit descending upon them, giving them the ability to go forth and preach the gospel. So it's a different ministry, it's a different work that the Holy Spirit came to do. All right. So,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
so to make this clearer, so some of the people thought that the disciples was what?
Drunk?
Yeah, were drunk, right?
Crazy.
And they accused them of that. They say, man, you're just drunk. But however, Peter, Peter, the ready speaker, Peter defended them to the crowd and said they were not drunk. Now, why he said that they were not drunk?
Because it
I
was only
think
They
the
agreed.
bar it was too early for the bars to be open.
Very good. They were not drunk because it was too early in the morning for the men to be drunk. It was only about 9 a.m. 9 a.m. So the bars were not opened yet. Peter, let
The
uh-huh.
also said the space I the right but they have fire as well.
I can't hear you. You're like muffled. You let the
They
crowd.
said the social studies and notes in the chat mom needed help. It was an emergency.
Oh, you want the social studies notes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I just sent them. We let the crowd know that Joel's prophecy had been fulfilled. And Joel's prophecy dealt with, how, how he called with power, so called with power his spirit on all flesh. The sons and daughters would prophesy, young men shall see visions, old men shall see dreams, and stuff like that. Peter delivered a sermon. Peter delivered a powerful sermon. Peter delivered a powerful sermon and told the people.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Mhm.
For the part where you say Peter let the crowd know, you have the crowd twice.
Okay, thank you. Peter let the crowd that Joel's prophecy had been fulfilled. Peter delivered a powerful sermon and told the people to repent and be what? And be baptized, right? That's very important. He told them to repent and be baptized. Now, how many persons were baptized and added to the
I
church?
was. No, sir.
You didn't know? That day, you want to guess? How many persons you think got baptized that day?
2000.
2,000? No.
3,000.
Say it again.
12,000.
12,000, too high.
3,000.
3,000, very good. That day about 3,000. That day about 3,000 members were added to the church
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I have a question. Okay, so like if say if you was like not a believer and you was inside the room, would the Holy Spirit still land on you?
No. No, remember they were all in one accord, and there was no argument or disagreements upon them. So all of them were believers, right? And so the Holy Spirit descended upon them because they were sincere and they were, seeking God with their whole heart. So, yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. That brings us to the end of this lesson. I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Question: what was the name of the person who delivered the powerful sermon? What was the name of the disciple who
Peter.
delivered? Peter, very good. And about how many persons were baptized that day as a result of his preaching?
3,000.
About 3,000, very good. What miraculous event happened on the day of Pentecost with the disciples?
They were able to speak languages that they weren't able to speak before.
Very good. They were able to speak languages that they were not able to speak before. Give me one way how the Holy Spirit appeared to the believers.
A loud noise.
A loud is like a strong wind.
A loud noise like a strong wind. What else?
Tongues of fire rested on each person's head.
Tongues of fire rested on each person's head. And what else?
The believers began to speak in tongues.
The believers began to speak in tongues. Very good. What does it mean to be on one accord? What does it mean that they were in one accord? What does that mean?
It means that there was no
disagreement or arguing.
Yeah, no disagreement or no argument, right? Okay, good. Once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. Where's Nakari? Nakari, where's Nakari?
Yeah.
Did you ask me a question earlier? I saw a message from you.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night,
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Again, once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Mr. Petit, I send you on my work. Good night.
Good night. Have a good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
All right, good night. All right, again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.